Yeah, Kingsmead. Kingsmead used to be like somewhere that people wouldn't go.
It's like everybody knew Kingsmead in Hackney. Like, if you wasn't from around in Kingsmead, you know not to come to the block.
Fun fact, every time I've been stopped in a search, they always said I fit the description. I'm like, so what? And you know what it is? The description must be black boy in a hoodie.
I've been working in youth work for about 19, 20 years now, and I run my own organisation called Rise 365. At the beginning of the pandemic, a lot of youth provision services were shut down, schools were shut down.
A lot of us young people were just at home, whatless, mental health were just basically not struggling but going through it.
And then I had to look at ways that I could support them as well as support the community with the food response programme.
Joyclen, she like shouted us to see if we wanted to do some stuff in the community.
Joyclen, right from the beginning, talked really strongly about having young people involved and young people being involved as a backbone of a project. For 6 months we cooked. So we cooked like 1,300 meals twice a week. The young people would come and pack and they would deliver it to the estate. So if a young person is bringing you nourishment, you can't help but change your viewpoint. And around about October, Joyclen and I had a conversation about, we'd been looking at the idea of a community shop.
So our process for the community shop is...
Us volunteers, we come in at like 9.
We turn up about 9:30.
Typically I come in at about, Marvin's gonna have disputes with this because I do come late sometimes, but typically I come in at about 10:30.
We try our best to have the least amount of processed food.
We get a delivery from the Felix Project also, who supply us with surplus food. So the young people and the adults are very much involved in packing all the bags.
We make it a good energy space.
My mate Angela, that lives on the estate, she phoned me up and said that they was doing this. Do you want to go? I said, oh no, because I don't really mix with a lot of people. And then I started coming and started coming with me. And you know, it's a really nice bunch. The kids are so polite, they're helpful.
Because we can sit outside, we can have a giggle and a chinwag, and they come out and bring us stuff to eat and drink and that. It's not just about getting shopping, it's about being involved and having someone to talk to. Someone that's your own age group or someone that's vulnerable like you, in the same situation as you. The fact that we have like a group like them that are doing stuff for us on the estate, especially the vulnerable, the good kids.
Being in the shop, being a part of Rise, being a part of the community, has impacted me in a very, very good way.
Femi is a leader. I don't know when he started being a leader. He has the ability to create great change. And the thing is, I think deep down he knows it. Inside me, I'm being the person that the people on the outside see. So being that respectful person, being that good person, and making sure that I'm just keeping up the traits of a good young man.
Razak's amazing young man, he's very strong-headed.
Razak has such a pure heart. You can tell by his mannerisms that he cares a lot.
My journey's been not the easiest, but at the end of the day, I don't know, I take it as it goes, you know what I'm saying?
He used to go to a people referral unit that I used to work at about 5 years ago. So he's obviously gone through, I'll say, a bad road from being a kid, and now him being part of obviously Rise 365 has obviously empowered him to obviously think about, I can do well for my estate.
When he first met me, obviously I was a troubled kid. I wouldn't say troubled, but just misunderstood. And you know, in this life, not a lot of people have tried to understand me and stuff like that. So, as it goes right now, I'm just appreciative of everyone who's tried to understand me, you know, and tried to read me a bit better than other people have. You know, some people just judge me straight off what they've seen and just thought, okay, cool, we're done. And just left it there, you know, but, you know, Joyclen just stuck through from the start to the end.
I mean, Joyclen is a don. Like, Joyclen is like when people sort of say we want to replicate this, you just sort of go, well, you need someone who spent 18 years mentoring, building and supporting young people.
Joyclen is the Mother Teresa of the block, man. She is like the person that's really like put everything together and just kind of driven the young people and everybody around just to be positive, give back. And she's really allowed me personally to understand the arts of giving and community.
I'm the eldest of 6 siblings. So my mum owned a factory, so that meant that she spent a lot of hours working, and being the eldest, I was left to sort of maintain the home, look after my siblings, get them ready for school, sort dinner out and stuff like that. So I think I've always had that caring nature about me, but I've always known that supporting young people is always what I wanted to do.
As a society, we are doing a huge disservice on young people in general and young black boys and girls. There is a huge injustice that is happening, a lack of resources, a lack of equity, but more than that, a lack of how people are championed and seen. If you can't see something, if you can't see yourself somewhere positively, if you're continuously being told something else, it's like, yeah, it's obvious what's going to happen.
When people see us on the estate, not only me, when people see young people on the estate, they're not thinking, oh, is this guy a bad boy, or is this guy gonna rob me, is this guy gonna do that, or he's a whatless child. No, they see, oh, that's that guy from the community shop that delivers my bag every Saturday.
Unfortunately, I do not believe it's had an impact yet on that side of things, you know. I'd like the impact to be, you know, where innocent young black males don't just get stopped and searched for no reason, you know, or harassed by the police. Because nowadays you see a black boy in a tracksuit and you think, okay, that boy's got a knife. That's what police will always tell you. When you get a stop and search, fun fact, every time I've been stopped and searched, they always said I fit the description. I'm like, so what? And you know what it is? I never really asked what the description is, but at the end of the day, the description must be black boy in a hoodie or tracksuit, and yeah, that's what they're going off.
And Hackney's not a quiet area. Yeah, we're loud, yeah, there's mischief around here, but we're family. Family helps family.
Just in terms of how it helps, in terms of how they view themselves, how they're seen, and changing the narrative that's normally pushed, particularly for young black boys to be associated with gangs or criminal negative activity and stuff. These guys are showing that they're very much caring, loving people, and they're not isolated. There's thousands of young black boys that are doing this right across the world.
If I didn't have the support from Rise and Joyclen and all of this stuff, I'd have been doing some silly stuff, and I'd have been out here. I might have been in jail a couple times. Would have been just your typical, what they like to say, the typical black boy stuff, from ends anyway.
I get a lot of joy out of seeing young people happy. I love hearing them laugh. Like, it really does something for me, hearing young people laugh or just being free and playful. That's because they know that they're in a space where they're not judged and where they're free and they can be themselves. Rise 365 stands for Reach, Inspire, Support and Empower. Basically every day, 365 days of the year. So just rise up every day. We have challenges, we go through different things, but every day try to push yourself and rise up.